All right, Jeremy here, Jeeps Unlimited, 303-666-9020, partsbreakers.com. I'm going to be showing you some Cherokee bodies, some better shaped ones that aren't packed full of crap and be destroyed, although the inside's probably not a big deal. I'm mainly looking for something that isn't wrecked and rust-free. For about 21 years, I've been selling tubs and bought frames off mainly the Wrangler and CJ line. We're just now starting to We've moved 3 of these tubs, or bodies I should say. They're more of a unibody since the frame and body are kind of integrated, if you're familiar with unibodies. And for the customer that called, that's obviously the video is mainly for you. We always kind of have a customer in mind when we do videos, but when we put them out there, we try to have it somewhat general so people can see other things we have. So we obviously have some Comanches, not going to go into those much because he wasn't requesting that. Some 2-door Cherokees are out here, and they have some pretty clean 2-door Cherokees right now. And we're looking for so 90 up to 96, and 97s would they're very similar, but there's some significant changes. So unless somebody was wanting to build for that, I would stick with the 96 and earlier, which is what they were requesting. So these guys are all my later ones. And let's see what we got for, I know this one's an early one. This one here, this one might be a little hard for me to grab the side of this one. But that white one is probably pretty clean. The roof's got a little bit of maybe small damage, but not much. And I might just be paint peeling. Looks like the rain rails are starting to go on that one. So I'd like to get something a little cleaner for you. This is actually a 96 right here. Let's see how clean this one is. This one might be a good one because I believe, yeah, this was a 2-wheel drive. But if you're familiar with Cherokees, they're modular. So what that means is that you don't have to do any kind of welding to throw a 4-wheel drive axle. It bolts right in because it's literally just a tube they put in place, and everything else is the same on them. So and the nice thing about something like this is usually 2-wheel drive, you're going to have a lot less dings on it because it probably wasn't wheeled in. So doors have been pulled on the rear. I'm not sure if you're needing doors or not, but the passenger doors are there, and I believe you said it was the passenger side you swiped on. Still quite a bit of this one left, and we can obviously pull off everything you didn't want on it still. And this is like a black color passenger side, which I think was the main side. Then this is kind of tight up against here. That fender looked like somebody started to pull it, but it doesn't look like there's any damage on this door, other than I bet you the lock has been, yeah, they pulled the striker, and that's why that door's not closing. But that's not damaged, just been pulled. So that would be a possibility, and that's the same year you got. And there's a little bit left in this one, so it might make it easier to transition some of it, specifically the dash. Not that you can't switch that stuff over, but it would save you quite a bit of work there. And usually when we do stuff like that, since we're saving the labor pulling it, we go in and see what we can sell. If we have 100 of these things sitting around, we're just going to give it to you. We're not going to nickel and dime you on that stuff. It's the stuff that we can move. And the only thing I can really think of in that, maybe the climate control and the heater box. We sell quite a bit of those, just because nobody makes those new anymore. So that was one option. That might be the best option, although I'm sure I have, does it look almost exactly the same color, same fade, same everything. This one's definitely got some beat up. This is probably one of the 4-wheel drive ones, and it's been loaded. This is probably definitely not a good option. Yeah, it's trash. So that one's no good. There's a green one here, but it's got damage in the rear, so we'll nix that one. And that's rust damage. We don't want rust damage. A couple customers wandering around. I want to make sure I keep track of, but this is another green one, and the clad molding is off here on the side, but it doesn't. Again, I'm not sure. We didn't talk about doors. We can talk about doors. If you're needing doors, or needing both doors, or maybe you only need the passenger doors, we can take the driver. And those ones are damaged, some of those, so we probably just throw those in. Hatch is good on this one. And yeah, that one's got a dinger on that passenger door. But if that one appealed more to you because it's the color you wanted, we could definitely switch you out some doors. This guy's been spray painted. It's a silver one. This is probably a late 80s. But that one's in pretty good shape too. Maybe a couple dings. I still think that other one was probably the cleanest one right now. This was a camoed one. So you got a nice camo paint job on that guy. That one's almost fully loaded still, minus the tires. The front axle looks like it's out of that one. I think this is a late one here. Yeah. And then we have another early white one there. That one's pretty, that's got some dingers on it, so I probably nix that guy. And then I think that's probably about it. I think these guys are looking for me, so I'm gonna wrap this up. 303-666-9020. Of course, we got a few of the other CJ, YJs, and TJs stuff we're known for. So questions, comments, concerns, feel free to reach out, and appreciate you taking a look. I'll upload this and send this off. Thank you.